just tell them the power of the possum compels you. And if your dad laughs, you win Kid of the Year. Okay? All right. Now, there's a risk. There's a risk to that, sir. Because if your dad or mom doesn't laugh and you make the situation worse, well, you win some, you lose some. And I can't be there for when you lose some because I don't hang out with losers, Bob. I'm sorry. So you got to win. You got to pick the timing right, get him to laugh, get Jimmy to laugh, and we're all winners.
Why?
I will say, Johnny or John, Mr. Marsh corrupted me for the rest of my life, but that's a story for Patreon.
Okay.
All right. How do I live without you? How do I stay patient when my kids push every button I have? You don't. You send them to their rooms and you scream till the house falls down.
Ah, man. Yeah, my kids lately have been really, really trying my patience. Little Jebediah, especially, he just throws tantrums at the drop of a hat. And so what I've started doing, I'm just like, just go to your room till you're done crying. And what he does is it flips the switch like, oh, I don't want to go to my room. And so he almost always immediately stops crying and stops his tantrum in that moment. But it's just like, kid, come on, take a nap or something, because you're clearly a little on the crazy side. Yeah, there's just times when you need a break from your kids and let yourself cool down before you fully blow up on them. And sending them to their room or you going to your room sometimes works as well. But what do you do when your kids are just crazy?
So we are different. I tolerate zero crazy. I'm the only one that gets to be crazy in this house. All right, I got enough for everybody.
You've got a monopoly on crazy.
So yeah, tantrums were not never a thing. So sometimes, like Crosby, when she was little, would throw a tantrum, and I'd drag her out of the store, and I'd go sit in the car with her and lecture her, berate her, and sometimes scream at her. For the most part, I try to talk to them. I try to do things, but I'll make them sit down. Like when it's at that point and they want to be resistant or rebellious or whatever, that's the few times I pull the dad card and that dad voice comes out and I'm very angry. I'm like, sit down. And then I'd lecture and they start talking like, no, you don't talk on this one. You're done. I don't give a crap. I don't say crap. I say something. I say poop. Okay, Bob. I say poop. All right. I don't give a poo-poo about what you got to say right now. And then I break them down psychologically. Here's the BS that you're doing right here. And you know how I know why? Because X, Y, Z, bam, 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 bam. And it's just a barrage that nobody wants. Honestly, it's harder to remember when they were little. Sometimes I would just walk away, but now that they're older teens and Zoe will be a teenager in the spring, and of course Aaron's already like, oh, my baby, it's a teenager. I'm like, I don't know, it's whatever. She hasn't moved out yet. I don't care. But staying calm is probably very productive and cuts down on the therapy bills. But my tactics have always been swift and harsh. It's I tell you don't do it. I tell you don't do it. You do something dumb, it's done. Swoop in. I've taken case point. We'll use Crosby again. She lied to us about something, and I made her cancel this trip with her friends. Like, but he's already got an airline ticket. Like, that's not my problem. That is not her. Some friend was flying out, to stay here for a few days and visit her. What? You lied. You did this. You did that. I don't care. But. I'm like, nope. And then her behavior got better because I guess I was calm at that point, even though I had to try to be calm. But I was
It's
like,
probably one of those
it's
cold fury
done.
moments.
And that's my thing. That's why this is a hard question for me. My kids know, even though it probably is still a little damaging, right? If I'm loud, it's fine. Ultimately, I mean, you're going to get in trouble. You're going to have some consequences, but being loud, yelling, that's the vent valve going off. When I get cold and quiet, that's when you regret life, and you really regret your decisions. And it doesn't happen often, but yeah, it's that's what I do. So Bob, I'm gonna help you out. You wanna be kid of the year, right? Jebby's in the lead. He's still campaigning hard. But the next time old Jebby starts to get whiny or irritated, just tell him the power of the possum compels you. And if your dad laughs, you win kid of the year. Okay, all right. Now there's a risk. There's a risk to that, sir. Because if your dad or mom doesn't laugh and you make the situation worse, well, you win some, you lose some, and I can't be there for when you lose some because I don't hang out with losers, Bob. I'm sorry. So you got to win. You got to pick the timing right, get him to laugh, get Jimmy to laugh, and we're all winners.
Yeah. But what really resonates with me on some of the stuff you said is when your kid lies to you. Like,
oh, no, they know from early on. Done.
Everyone makes mistakes, but lying is very much a choice. And yeah, no, we told them early on, you're gonna get in trouble. Just because you come to us doesn't mean you're going to be absolved. Sometimes it's not a big deal, and you think it's a big deal in your head, and it really isn't, and you're not going to get really in that much trouble. Sure. But if you lie to us, you're going to get at least twice the punishment. And so we've told them that for years, that if they lie to us, they're getting at least twice the punishment. And
yeah. Bob says I was not listening. Well, I guess you have to go get the download a week from Saturday, so then you're boosting our numbers, and you can find out what I told you how you can win. It is a kid by kid moment. It's a day by day moment. It is, and it's experiential. Oakland being my first kid, and Crosby being the second, they were close together. They got a lot more of angry dad, a lot more of mistakes dad, and harsh dad, and making a big deal of things that maybe weren't such a big deal. And Riley and Zoe have gotten less of that. But it also, dude, I just make Colts by nature. It helps to have those two older kids like, don't do that. You're gonna regret that one. That dad talks a lot, but that one, you do that one, we ain't got your back. We don't got you at all, man. We don't know you if you do that one. So that helps keep order in the house too. I hate tantrums, man. I think not even probably. I just blocked them out in my memory. Other than the one, I'm sure all my kids have thrown tantrums. I'm sure I've reacted, but I told my wife, like, I'll embarrass everybody. I do not care. I will snatch them up, carry them out, and let the world wonder if they're ever going to see that kid alive again.
Well, then.
To the point, I had the cops call on me once, but that's another story for another time. Yeah, Crosby was a stubborn one. I know, and so, you know what we should talk about one night is, as you have multiple kids, because we both have multiple kids, I feel like I'm the whole, right? I have all these things, good, bad, and otherwise, about me. And I can see like, oh, well, Crosby got the stubbornness, but she also got determination from me. Oakland got the charisma, but he also got some just coasting because you can. And I'm curious how that breaks down in your family, and all that.
Yep.
All right. So roll the dice.
Well, let's go ahead and go to the commercial break without music, because we don't necessarily want to end on a commercial break.
I want to go to Taco Bell, Taco Bell, Taco Bell.
Did I send it to you, or did you send it to me? I'm not sure if I did. I saw a Facebook reel the other day where it was a rainbow.
Oh, I sent that to you. You
You
know,
did. You
I
sent it
sent
to
it to
me.
you and
Okay.
Tyler in the same text.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you did. But yeah,
At the
where
end of the
the
rainbow, it's a Taco
Taco
Bell.
Bell.
Yes, it is, sir.
Oh
Liquid
man.
gold. And to tease it out, I used to drive a little green Ford Ranger, and Johnny is just slightly smaller than I am. And there's a story I could tell on another show. I don't have the energy. We don't have the time. But there was a night where I made him laugh so hard, we about ran off the road because we were both laughing, and that truck could not handle the two of us laughing as hard as we did.